Hello everyone, I'm bringing you another unboxing video today, and what we're having a look at here are some more Canadian bits and pieces which I've ordered from Canada, from MTL Armoury, which is a surplus store over in Canada. Unfortunately this package was rather delayed, but it has now arrived, and unfortunately some of the bits and pieces I had ordered aren't actually included. I've already had a quick look in the box, and unfortunately some bits and pieces have been missed from this order, but MTL Armoury have assured me that they will send out the missing items as soon as possible. So hopefully there'll be a further video covering those, but I'm not over happy with the service, unfortunately. But if the items are replaced, then obviously fine with that in the end, as long as it all gets sorted out in the end. Nevertheless, we'll have a look at the bits and pieces which have arrived. So here we have the box of bits and pieces. As mentioned previously, I haven't received everything I ordered, unfortunately. They had put some bits and pieces in which I hadn't ordered to make up for the delay in the arrival of this, but then I've actually missed out some of the items I've ordered, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully I'll be reporting in a future video that those items which are missing have arrived. I have been assured that they will arrive, so hopefully MTL Armoury will come through on that. But it's been a bit frustrating, the whole process really, but never mind. I'll move this to one side now and we'll have a look at the various bits and pieces which have arrived individually. So first of all, we have a protective mask carrier. Now this is the nylon design introduced for use with the 1982 pattern equipment. It wasn't produced initially with the equipment. The preceding designs were initially used, but this did appear, certainly was in use by the late 1980s. You see on the back here, this has been fitted with a set of straps to allow it to be carried separately from the rest of the equipment, which was very common of course, but it does have the 1982 pattern fittings on the back here to allow it to be attached to the belt if required. So this is a carrier for the C3. We do have a carrier for the C4 in here as well, I believe, and these are items sent in addition to what I'd actually ordered to make up for the delay in this being sent over. I do already have one of these, but it's no harm in having another one. It's very kind of them to send one to make up for the delay in shipping. So we have that there. The next one we have here, I believe, is for the C4. Again, similar design, made of a slightly finer nylon material, slightly finer weave nylon material. Still have the pouch at the end there, the pouch on the outside here. I think, oh, this does have a visible stamp. Let's have a look here. So we've got carrier, mask, MBC, I think, is that MBC there? Anyway, Biochem C4, and then you have the stock number there, and the manufacturer, which is Steadfast something, IRC. I think that's the manufacturer there, and possibly the contract number as well. Hopefully you can make that out. Obviously there's a bit of a shine off the nylon there, and this again has the fixtures on the back for attaching to the 1982 pattern equipment, as you can see there. So it's slightly later design of carrier. I don't know if we have a date on there, possibly here, 01, difficult to tell. Needs a little bit of a clean up, and have a look at that in more detail in the future, but another protective mask carrier there. We have a belt here. Now again, I hadn't ordered another belt, but this looks like it's in quite nice condition. It appears all the eyelets are still there. You sometimes find these have the eyelets pulled out. So that's quite nice. Another belt for the 1982 pattern, Canadian 1982 pattern equipment there. And now these I had ordered, a set of straps for use with the yoke, and these are of different designs and so forth. Well, different designs, sorry, the design is the same, different materials, slightly different materials, as you can see there. All four of them are made of slightly different materials, but still not a problem, still usable. We have some stamps and so forth which are visible on here, which I will have a look at. It looks like it's the stock code there. You've got 21 in the middle there, as you can see. So those are useful to have. I had ordered a yoke to go with the straps, but that hasn't arrived. Hopefully that will arrive in the future shipment, which I've been assured will arrive. We shall see. If not, then I'll have to play a merry hell, of course. But a couple of ammunition pouches here. This one for the C7. You can see, oh, we do have a stamp in the lid here, as you can see. So it's pouch for magazine, 30 round. You can see there, you've got the stock code there and the manufacturer Manta, the date there, 0592. They're not quite nice and clear there. Manta are a prolific manufacturer of Canadian equipment at this time. And another pouch here, which is possibly a 30 rounder. Have to check. Interesting with the edging around the side there. Slightly different design, as you can see. Have those there. Another set of straps here. This is another set of carrying straps, and these are the ones I'd actually ordered, so I've ended up with two sets of these, the other ones being attached to one of the protective mask carriers. A set of straps for carrying the protective mask carrier separately. I do have a set of these on one of the earlier design of carrier as used with the 1964 pattern equipment and used early on with 1982 pattern, but I wanted a set to go with the 1982 pattern haversack, which I already have, or a protective mask carrier. So I've got those now in addition to the ones which have arrived with the additional carrier which has been sent. So I've got those there. We have here a scabbard or sheath for the C7 bayonet. So I just need to pick up a bayonet now. Basically exactly the same as the US M7, essentially. So having the Canadian scabbard makes that a lot easier. We've got this stud here for where this fits into the carrier. Basically it's a frog, so it still operates with two loops of cloth which this stud then sort of sits between to lock it in place in the frog. So useful to have one of those for future displays of the equipment. There is a stamp on the back here. I'll turn it the right way up. So we've got the store code there, the stock code there, stock number, and then I think a date in the 05. You can see the government arrow on 05 in the centre there. So I would imagine that's the date of manufacture, so quite a late manufacture, example 2005, or well beyond what I normally collect, but it's useful for what it is. Speaking of carriers for the bayonet, this arrived. It's not what I ordered. I'm assuming this was potentially going to be sent in addition to what I had ordered, but I had actually ordered one of the earlier examples of the 1982 pattern carriers for the bayonet. I have one for the rifle for the C1, but I don't have one for the C7, which has one of these straps on it to secure the handle of the bayonet. This has two. This is a later design of bayonet carrier. You can see a long strap on the back there, which I think makes this sort of compatible with the MOLLE system. Not what I ordered, but this is what's been sent. So hopefully the one I did order will arrive with the batch of bits and pieces they're sending over to me. But nevertheless, that has arrived, so that will go in the box of Canadian bits, well beyond what I collect really in terms of time period, but interesting nevertheless. Another thing I did order, which has arrived, is a slightly nicer example of the carrier for the knife, fork and spoon and the clasp knife, and this comes with a set of the folding, or clipped together rather, cutlery. You can see that there, Heritage 1979, so quite a nice set of the folding cutlery there, or clipped together cutlery rather, which fits in the back there. I just need to pick up a Canadian knife, clasp knife, to go in the front there, of course. So a nicer, tidier example of the carrier for the knife, fork and spoon and the pocket knife. So I have that there. And then I only ordered one of these, but we have two of the magazine pouches for the submachine gun. So these will take SMG magazines. Wrap this up here. You can see in there, you have the straps for lifting the magazines and so forth. Don't appear to have any stamps visible on these, but I've been sent two. I only ordered one. So again, I'm presuming that's because of the delay to the shipping of this, but these will feature in a future video, of course, going forward, talking about the 1982 pattern in more detail. And that's everything that's arrived. The box is empty now, so there it is. So there you are. As you can see, mostly items of 1982 pattern web equipment. That will, of course, feature in future videos looking at the equipment in more detail. There are further parts in that series which I need to film and upload, and they will be coming out in the not too distant future. And as I say, I do hope you found it interesting looking at these items in the limited detail covered in an unboxing video as we have here. If you have found this interesting and you'd like to see more of this sort of thing, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And whether you're newly subscribing or you've previously subscribed, please do make sure you've hit the little bell, the notification button down below. That will of course alert you when I upload future videos. If you really like my uploads and you would like to support the channel, you can. Both Patreon and PayPal are linked down below. And as I always say, a massive thank you to everybody who supports the channel using those two methods. It really is greatly appreciated. As I always say, thank you all very much indeed. If you'd like to follow the channel on social media, you can. Facebook, Instagram and Twitter are all linked down below. And if you'd like to get in touch but you don't really use social media, there is of course an email address down there in the description as well. That's everything for this video. So until next time, bye for now.